You know, this video is going to be nice and short, but sort of going to cover how I got over the fear and the experience that I've had moving overseas alone to try pursue entrepreneurship. It's been about 8 weeks, so it's been a good time frame, and it's not going to be anything to do with fat loss. It's not going to be anything to do with that. Sort of just personal development, self-improvement, and sort of overcoming fear of going all in on your own goals and your own dreams, because I'm 24 now and I went to college, right? I failed college, and then after that I went and worked for a good couple years or a year, and then after that I realized that I was sort of just wasting my life away, drinking, partying, going out, doing all these sorts of things that I think it's actually normal to do when you're in that stage of your life, right? But reality was I didn't have entire control over it, and I didn't realize it at the time. But anyway, fast forward to now. Well, I'll give you a story. About a year ago, I got my knee surgery done, and that gave me the greatest opportunity, which you have to look at any pain that you're going through as your greatest opportunity, because I didn't think a year later it would lead me down the path here to where we are now. But when I got the knee surgery done, I couldn't work anymore, right? And for the first few months, it led me down a bad path, went back to drinking, ended up putting on weight. But once that was done, once I realized in my life that that's not the life that I wanted to live anymore, that you don't have to live like that, I committed to something, and that was bodybuilding, right? And I tell you all those parts of the story because the knee surgery is the greatest thing to ever happen to me in my life, because it gave me the opportunity to look at the world through a different lens. And you can do the exact same thing, right? With any pain, with any struggle, with anything that you're going through right now, you must start to look at them as opportunities, as growth. You must start to look at them as an opportunity to develop, because right now they're going to feel like pain. They're going to feel like struggle. They're going to feel difficult. They're going to feel fucking hard. But you don't need to use them as an excuse. You need to use them as a way out, as a way to fuel the fire within you. Because when I went through the knee surgery, when I when I was drinking, when I was overweight, one day everything snapped in my head and I was like, shit, man, I can't keep living like this. And that was the fuel to get me to where I am now, and you won't even realize it. But the pain that you're going through right now will get you to where you are in the future if you allow it to. If you sit down and think to yourself, okay, how can I use this problem that I'm going through right now? How can I use it as fuel to get me to a better place in my life, to get me to help other people? Because when you start to look at your problems through a different lens, through a different light, where you go to yourself, holy shit, I can use this as an opportunity to grow. I can use this as an opportunity to get better. I can use this as an opportunity to one day help someone else. When you start to look at your struggles, when you start to look at your pain through that, I promise you, your life will change forever. Because there's only two things that pain can really do, and it's either grow you or it can dictate you, right? And I say this because I've been through a lot. Parents have been divorced. I've always looked through actualization, through status, through wanting to impress my father, and the pain of always letting him down has actually led me to where I am now, which is overseas alone, pursuing entrepreneurship in the one day hopes to retire him, right? That is my greater purpose in life. And it's not just because I want him to be retired. I'll be honest, there's selfish intentions behind it. There's selfish reasons behind it, right? It would make me feel good, right? When you overcome the pain that you're going through right now to make yourself feel better, you're allowed to have selfish intentions. You're allowed to want a result for yourself from it. You're allowed to go all in. You're allowed to go all in on your own goals and your own dreams. And I'm not going to say it's not difficult, it's not hard, but I'll be open and honest. I don't really miss my family that much. I don't really think about them all that often, right? Yes, sometimes I want to be at home, give my mum a hug. I want to be out hunting with my dad. But after 8 weeks of being here, I realized that every single struggle that you go through, every single bit of pain that you go through, is what's going to grow you. Is the stage that you actually had to go through to find something new about yourself, to find a new piece of information about yourself and where you want to get to in your life. Because right now, I'm obsessed with personal development. All I want to do is help other people, and all I want to do is improve other people's lives while improving my own, while I keep trying harder, while I keep trying to get better. Because I was always someone that's stuck in comfort. I was always someone that drank. I was always someone that scrolled on my phone. I was always someone that would get home from work and be lazy and procrastinate. And now, being on the other side, it is the most fulfilling thing that you can ever fucking do, but it's also hard, right? Because you have a vision, you see the picture, you see what you want out of your life, you have the ambition, you have the goal, but no one else can see it except for you. And that's why it's so damn hard. Right, but you got to understand that the pain that you're going through right now is what will grow you in your future. There's only two options when it comes to pain, and it is that. You can either let it dictate you, or you can dictate your own future using the pain to get through it. It's that simple. Right, I genuinely hope every single solitary man, no matter how old, goes all in on their own personal development, goes all in on whatever you want to chase. Because, like, working out, I guess, changed my life. Well, it did change my life. And I promise you that taking the leap in your life, doing the thing that you want to do, is the most fulfilling thing that you ever will do. It's going to take pain. It's going to take struggle. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel like everything's against you for a long time. But I promise you, once you get through that first stage, I can't even bring it to words how much your life will change. In here, mentally, your whole paradigm will shift. Man, I promise you. You're capable. You have it in you. Moving overseas was the greatest decision I ever made. I had to go through this lonely chapter. I had to go through it, and everything that you're going through right now, you must go through to get to where you inevitably will get to in your life. I can't pick your goal for you. I can't pick your future for you. But I promise you, if you keep using pain as an excuse, you're never going to get anywhere. But if you start to use it as your fuel, and you start to think of it in a way where you can help other people, your life will change forever.